Winston Charles. Stage is dimly lit in a little girl's bedroom, and two individuals are seated upon a rosy pink, heart-shaped rug in the middle of the floor. The first is a sprightly, focused 12-year-old girl named Ori, and positioned opposite her is Tyson, a hebetudinous 18-year-old boy. Planted between them is a sizable pot of water.
Okay, so, what are you going to ask the Magic Oracle today?
Huh?
Ask a question.
Alright. Ori, where the hell am I going to find a job?
Tyson, you know you have to ask the pot.
Sorry. It's just that it kind of reminds me of the holy water at church when you have to confess your sins and all that stuff.
You never said that before. You always ask the Oracle pot. That's how it works and you know it. Like a witch's
I know. Magic Oracle pot. Where the hell am I going to find my next job?
And I am the prophet. But I don't have an answer yet.
Oh, why not?
Because I asked the pot a question a whole entire hour ago, but it still doesn't have my answer, so it can't have yours yet. You gotta wait.
It's not fair. You just told me I could ask it something, so I did. Now I want a response, enlightened prophet.
Yeah, but you didn't even seem to want to ask. Anyway, I already asked first, so you can't be so impatient, okay?
What'd you ask me?
I can't tell you that.
Why can't you tell me? I thought we were friends.
Well, we are, but it's complicated.
That I can understand.
No, I don't think so.
What? You doubt me? I bet that I'll not only understand, I'll have an answer for it.
You're going to lose your integrity.
Right? Integrity?
Yeah. I mean, you're a liar. A filthy, stinking liar.
Okay, well, let's see then, shall we?
So you want to know then?
I do.
What I asked the Oracle?
Yes, that!
Then, I'll tell you. See, last night was one of those nights when I couldn't fall asleep because I got really scared. Not of monsters or ghosts or anything babyish, but just of dying. You know why? It's because I'm not afraid to die when it's light outside and everyone's awake. Then I almost never even think about it. But when it's really dark, like pitch dark, the silence is everywhere and in my head at the same time. But then every little noise, like the chirp or the TV from Billy's room, is the sound of the footsteps of death, and they're kind of stomping in really heavy, so heavy that I know they can just stomp on me once and I'll be squished like I'm a crawler and they're the human. But not human the way I am or you are, in a way that a murderer might be. Which is silly because death isn't a murderer. Death is just how the victim feels. But I feel like death will catch me while I'm kind of unconscious because if I'm awake I can see. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but think about this, Ori. When you're sleeping, you're really not unconscious. You're dreaming, so you can still see things and hear things and feel things. You still know what's going on around you. The only difference is that your surroundings aren't really the real ones.
Yeah, but death comes through the real door, so I need to be awake.
How do you know that?
Because death isn't going to come in a dream. Death doesn't like dreams because dreams aren't the real world.
Death isn't a person, you know, so how can you say it prefers one realm to the other?
Because it's obvious. When you're asleep and you're dreaming, the world changes its shape. Like how water does that in different countries. It changes its shape. It's a distortion. It's a prank call, but you think it's real, even though you're the one making the call. Death wants to make itself known. When you're dreaming, part of you knows it. It wouldn't be as tragic to die in a dream.
And death likes tragedy?
Death is tragedy. But you know what? It doesn't even matter.
Fine. It doesn't matter. What's your question?
Okay, so I was lying there awake, feeling shivery and kind of afraid to close my eyes, but then something occurred to me.
You had an epiphany?
What's that? Some kind of an allergic reaction?
I mean, you realized something exciting and big.
Yes, I did! I realized that I shouldn't be afraid to die, because when you die, you get to meet dead people, right? Not like zombies or ghosts or angels or anything like that, but real people, you know? Like people who have already died.
I guess so. Anyone special in mind?
Yes. His name is Winston Charles.
All right, who's he?
I don't really know. All I know is that's his name and he's dead.
Winston Charles.
I named him that because of the suit. Mostly because it just came to me.
So that covers the name, but why is he dead?
My dad said so. That was after I said I was going to marry him, but not until I was his age.
You know that doesn't make any sense, even for you.
Well, he is a picture, right?
So you were going to marry the picture.
No, the man in the picture, the real man.
Well, what's so special about this chap anyway?
I don't know. He looks at me a lot.
I look at you a lot.
Yeah, but he's stylish. You know, it's a different kind of me.
Well, I'll have you know, I own at least one of those black jackets, and anyway, I'm alive.
That's the hard part. He's dead. But there's hope yet.
You can still marry a picture.
Not that. That's kind of gross and unsensible. I mean that when we're both dead, we can get married as real people. Because I'll never be a picture, so that's the only way.
Okay.
But the problem is, I don't know what I'm going to look like when I'm dead. Because it may not be like you can choose any age that you were while you were alive that you want to make look like when you're dead. It may just be that when you die, your soul gets the body of however old you are when you die. So you see, if I die when I'm 94, that's how I'll look like when I go to meet Winston Charles.
Well, how old was Mr. Charles when he died?
Don't call him that.
If he died old, then you die old, then there's no problem, right?
But there is. Because I don't want to look old when I get married. And he doesn't either.
You've discussed this thing with him, with Lord Winston?
Yes, he agrees with me.
Can I call him that, Lord Winston?
Sure, it's kind of fancy. You like it.
Good. He can call me Emperor Normatop. Norman Top. Oh, no. Norman. He can call me Emperor Norman.
Why? That name's just absurd.
No, it's absurd. Don't you think that it's a little absurd that you worry about what you'll look like after you're 94 and you die?
No, because I'll be getting married. And when I send out invitations, you might not even be on the guest
I
list.
still don't know what your question is.
And I intend to keep it that way.
Do you want me to guess?
No, I'll tell you myself. I just wanted to know the answer to, what does your soul look like when you die? Because I need to know. Can I be 12 again once I'm dead? I mean, can I look 12? Even though I won't really have an age because I'll be dead?
Well, it's a good question. A very good question. You're right that I don't know the answer.
I was right. But I still need to wait for my answer, so you'll have to come back tomorrow for yours. Okay, Tyson? Okay?
Yeah, I promise. I got a job interview for some kind of job soon, so I'll be back tomorrow to let you know how that goes.
Okay. But I don't understand why you just want a job.
Yeah, well, when you drop out of high school, you gotta get a job or else face it, from your mom or dad.
Oh, that's right. You're a dropout. Well, okay. So it's a really important job interview? So you can take the Winston Charles photo and use it as a model for how you're supposed to look and act, because he always knows what he's doing.
Really? Well, I don't need... Yeah, then. I will.
No, that's fine.
Blackout. Stage reopens in an immaculate office building. A receptionist sits at her desk, shuffling papers with an affectation of purpose. Tyson enters stage left. Throughout this scene, all lighting should be repulsively bright.
Hello. My name's Tyson. I'm here about the...
Do you have an appointment?
You see, I'm here about the interview I scheduled with you when I...
Do you
called.
have an appointment?
Yes, I do.
I presume a name as well.
Oh, sure. It's Tyson Amun. I'm scheduled for
6 o'clock with Miss Holcomb. What time is it now?
my watch.
Right
My
now it is
watch.
7 to 6, which means you've got 7 minutes to wait.
Oh, thank you.
Sit while you wait. Over there is for sitting and waiting.